Hey guys, good evening everybody. How are you all doing? Hi everyone. Good evening guys. All right. Whom do we have? Hi Rohit. Hello Aditya. Hi Shweta. Hi Yogita. Hello Siddharth. Good evening Ivanshi. How are you guys doing? All good? Is everything going great? Sub Changa. Hi Ritik. Good evening. So I welcome you all to the first lecture on mixture and alligation. Good evening Sonu. Hi Vikas. Good evening. Changa. Assi vi changa. All right. My name is Amit Surana. I am an aeronautical engineer and I'm from Chennai. I have trained over 2 lakh students, and if the next time you're on Instagram, please don't forget to follow hashtag CAT Live Daily. While you're at it, please also get yourselves added to these 2 groups. All upcoming classes, videos, anything that has to do with your MBA preparation, all notifications would be given on these groups, and all notes to the sessions would also be provided there. This particular group is also open for discussion. So the links for these groups are provided in the description below. Get yourselves added to them. So this is what we currently have. This is what the Unacademy's app has in it. It's about 3,000 plus hours of live classes, 1,200 plus hours of special classes, and there are 45 new tests getting added every month. There's the iconic feature. There are educators here who are the best ones in our country. There are a lot of batches running, foundation batches, basic batches on the weekdays, weekends. There are batches that happen in the mornings, evenings. There are batches for students. There are batches for people who've taken a break. There are also batches for people who are working professionals. There are a lot of test series also running right now. Some are free, some are on plus. There are special classes running, and there's the practice section that you can use to practice on any topic that you want to practice on. And you can make use of all of those by just taking the subscription 2 plus. Use my referral code Surana Live to get yourselves a discount of 10%. And for less than 800 rupees a month, now you'll be able to crack CAT. There are also no cost EMI options available, so go ahead and check them out. Alright guys, are you all ready for the first lecture on mixture and alligation? This is something new. This is a new beginning to us. This is almost in continuation to what we've learned in ratio and proportion, and also a mixture of what we've learned in percentages, right? So this is going to be a combination of both those base concepts. Mixture and alligation is an advanced concept that relies upon these 2 base ones. Okay, you should also be good with percentages, ratios and averages to be able to answer questions from this. Now mixture and alligation has always been a favorite concept of CAT because there are a lot of questions that come from here, and in most cases those questions are not very simple, they are complicated ones. So if you want to get good with them, then the best way to do that would be to make sure that your basics is strong. Okay, chalo, let's begin with the first concept. Today we are going to deal with two concepts of mixtures. One is called the base to part ratio. Base to part ratio, this is something that is extremely important in order to help us answer most questions that are pretty much on the basics. But we also have another concept called replacement, on which a lot of questions frequently keep appearing, है ना? तने ये भी है, although अलग से mention नहीं है, but this falls under average only. तने IPM के सिलेबस में ये एवरेज में ही फॉल होता है, ठीक है? चलो, गुड इवनिंग साधना, हाय क्रैक इट, ऑलराइट. चलो, shall we begin? Now let me take a very basic example of that, ठीक है, to help you understand what base to part ratio is. तो let's say there is a container of 100 liters. एक container है of 100 liters, okay? And I fill that container halfway through, or 70 liters of water. So I put in 70 liters of water in it, yes, and the remaining 30 liters I fill it with alcohol. Okay, I understand अभी तक Saturday नहीं आया है, feel में आ रहे हैं, but prepare कर रहे हैं कल के लिए. Okay, so there's a 100 liter container in which 70 liters is filled with water, the other 30 liters is filled with alcohol. Okay, now what I'm asking you is, what happens if I take out 10 liters from this container? if I remove 10 liters, अगर मैं अलग से एक अलग छोटा ग्लास में या जार में या in a smaller container, if I remove 10 liters from this 100 liters, what would be the contents in it? How much would be alcohol in it, or how much would be water in it? Quickly, can you tell me? Can you tell me how much alcohol would this contain? कितना alcohol होगा इसमें? Anyone? Hi Vineet, I'm doing great buddy. आ जाओ अभी start कर रहे हैं, आ जाओ. Right. चलो guys, बताओ, how much alcohol would it contain? 27. योगिता, मैं सिर्फ 10 लीटर्स ही निकाल रहा हूं, इसमें कितना अल्कोहल होगा वो पूछ रहा हूं. Right, 3 liters of alcohol and 7 liters of water, right? And the reason behind 3 liters of alcohol and 7 liters of water is what? That when you mix this 30 liters of alcohol and 70 liters of water, you will no longer be able to separate them, right? So when I say I take off 10 liters of the solution, I can't say I take off only 10 liters of water, because that's not possible, right? एक बार जो mix हो गया वो mix हो गया, बस उसको या तो पियो या फिर उसको पियो, उसको गिराओ मत, ठीक है? Don't waste. तो क्या हो जाता है, now that they are mixed on a molecular level, you basically have 100 liters of water and alcohol, but this depends upon the ratio of its contents. So इसमें अगर 100 liters में, this is called your base, this is called base liquid, ठीक है? तो base liquid में water कितना था? 70 liters, alcohol was 30 liters. So the ratio between water and alcohol was what? 7:3. The same ratio 7:3 will be maintained in this 10 liters also. Yes, इस 10 liters में भी same 7:3 वाला ratio maintain होगा. Are you getting this? Water to alcohol will also be 7:3. So whether you're taking 10 liters out of it, 20 liters out of it, 12 liters out of it, 77 liters out of it, whatever, the ratio in which the contents of water and alcohol will remain would be 7:3 parts. Is that clear? Yes. So this is called part of it. this is called part liquid, this is called base liquid. Got it? ये base है, ये उसका part है. So whatever is the ratio of the contents in the base, that will remain the same even in the smaller parts or in the larger parts also. So let's say if I have crack it, same thing, same ratio, whatever is the ratio that will remain, whether it's 3 liquids, 4 liquids, 20 liquids, that wouldn't change. Okay, जो भी उनके बीच में ratio है, that will always remain the same. Now I have a question for you. What if from this 100 liters, I add 5 more bottles of it or 5 more containers of it and I get 500 liters? Then tell me how much alcohol will be in it and how much water will be in it. If I have 500 liters, in that how much alcohol would be and how much water would be a part of it? Quick guys. Let's see if you can tell. Same 100 liters जितना, if I have 500 liters, तो क्या हो जाएगा? Superb Ajitesh. So whether you take a smaller part of it or whether you magnify this liquid, the ratio in it will always remain the same, 7:3. So for 500 liters it will become how much? 350 liters of alcohol and 150 liters of water. Got it? Superb guys, very good. Hi Sarveshwari, no issues, join. Aja. Clear? So what is the deal here? Base to part, the ratio remains the same. Now there's another way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it would be involving fractions. Yes. So what is it? Out of this 100 liter, since we have 70 liters alcohol and 70 liters water. ये अलग गलत लिख दिया. ये मन की बात बाहर आ गई. Okay, so we have 70 liters water and 30 liters alcohol. Can I say that 70% of the liquid is basically water? Yes, 70% of the liquid is water. Would you agree? Yes, so the same 70% here also would be water, same 70% here also would be water, right? This 70% is nothing but concentration. Are you understanding that guys? This 70% जो है वो है concentration. So concentration of water in this is how much? 70%. What would be the concentration of water in this? Water का क्या concentration रहेगा? Sorry, alcohol का क्या concentration रहेगा? 30% alcohol. Are you understanding this guys? Everybody? Concentration का scene समझ गया ना? So I can also call this 0.3 alcohol mixture. This solution can also be called 0.3 alcohol solution. Why? Because there's 30% alcohol in it and 70% water in it. Cool? Chalo, now that we've understood this is the base idea of it, where if the base liquid has two contents P/Q in the ratio P/Q, then the part of the liquid, whether it's smaller or larger, the ratio of the two contents will always be P/Q. Now somebody asked whether this would be the case when there are 3 liquids. Yes, so if it is P/Q/R, then the same thing would happen here also. If there are 4 liquids, then this ratio will always be maintained. Am I making this clear to everybody? Yeah. Chalo, with that, let's start with an example. Here in front of you, you have an example. Read the question carefully and go ahead and answer it. Quick guys, try this out. Superb. Adit, Harsh, Vineet, Rohit, Sarveshwari, Tanay, all of them say B, 6.25 gallons. Very good, Ivanshi. Very good, Sadhna. So look at this, what's going on here. A milkman fills 3 parts water with 5 parts milk in a 40-gallon container. So there is a container that takes up how much? 40 gallons. Okay. In this 40 gallons, we have 3 parts water. Water is 3 parts and milk is 5 parts. Yes. If 10 gallons of this mixture are removed, how much milk in gallons would it contain? So if I remove 10 gallons out of it, what will be the part of water in it? Sorry, what will be the part of milk in it? So what do we know for a fact? We know for a fact that the ratio always remains the same unless and until something is done to the contents. अगर मैं उसमें और पानी डालूं, if I add more water to it or more milk to it, then only then it will change, otherwise it will always stay the same. So what happens? 3:5. That means out of 10 grams, 3/8 would go here and 5/8 would go here, correct? 5/8. Why by 8? Because they are total of 8 parts into 10, which is how much? 6.25 gallons. Clear? Everybody? Beautiful. So this was a very simple calculation. You can also go by percentage calculation, right? You can also go by percentage. See, 5 parts out of 8 parts is basically what? 62.5%. Correct? 5/8 in terms of percentage is basically how much? 62.5%. So 62.5% of 10 gallons is basically 6.25 gallons. Sorted? Beautiful, guys. Very nice. Try this question now. Try this one. Saurabh and Ajitesh say C. Okay. Vineet, Adit say C. Superb. How about others? Very good, Harsh. Rohit says A. Okay. Ritik says C, Ivanshi says A, Romik says C. Beautiful, guys. Very good. So let's read this question carefully and see what's going on. If 250 ml box of orange juice contains fruit extract and preservative, so out of 250 ml, yes, there is fruit and preservative in what ratio? 2:3. Yes, that basically means in terms of ml, can we figure out how many would it be? 2 parts out of 250 is basically 100 ml. So 100 ml fruit and 150 ml preservatives. What does the question ask us? The question is asking if there are Q such boxes are emptied in the can. There are Q such boxes emptied in the can, then how many preservatives in ml would the bowl contain? So just like this 250 ml, ध्यान से सुनो guys, just like this 250 ml box, ये एक box है 250 ml का, इसके जैसे Q boxes are added, 250 ml, 250 ml, 250 ml ऐसे करके there are Q boxes. Yes, तो इनमें क्या हो जाएगा 150. How much preservative will each box have? Each box will have 150 ml preservative. तो यहाँ इसमें भी 150 ml preservative. This will also have 150 ml preservative. Just like that, there will be Q boxes with 150 ml preservative in it. So total preservative would be how much? 150 times Q ml preservative. Is this clear, guys? So 3 by 5 Q would be if the question said Q ml. The question is not saying Q ml, the question is saying there are Q such boxes. Yes. So what should be your answer? Option C, 150 Q. You can plug in the value for Q. If Q is equal to 2, if there are two such boxes, 250 ml, 250 ml, 500 ml, because two boxes, so 500 ml. Out of that, how much would be preservative? 300 ml, correct? 2:3 में मतलब 300 ml of preservative. 300 is nothing but 150 into 2. Getting it? So whenever you have a variable, you can always plug in a value and get the understanding of it in terms of value. Okay, beautiful guys, superb. सोनू समझ में आ गया ना क्वेश्चन अभी? चलो, try the next example now. Here's your third example for the day. Quickly try this. Yeah, Ajitesh. So 250 ml boxes are emptied in a bowl, not in a box. In a bowl. They are emptied in a bowl, right? So within the bowl, how much preservative will it contain? Read the question carefully, Ajitesh. Yeah, okay, I made a mistake. Can and bowl mixed it. sorry. Okay. Sorry, Ajitesh. That was an honest mistake. I forgot to consider can in the second place. Okay, no issues. Instead of can I wrote a bowl. Chalo, no issues, man. Okay, quickly try this third one. Any answers yet? Okay, Kanchi says D cannot be determined. Cracket says C, 25. Yogita says D cannot be determined. Vineet also says D. Ivanshi also says D. Okay. Sadhana also says D. Superb. Sarveshwari says D. Okay. All right, very good guys. Chalo, let's look at this. So there is a barrel that contains X and Y in what ratio? 7:5. Okay. Now 9 liters from the barrel are drawn off. Yes, 9 liters are removed. So when this 9 liters are removed, in this also, how much will be X and how much will be Y? What part of it would be X and what part of it would be Y? Anyone? So what would happen here? 7:5, that means 12 parts, right? If I divide 9 with 12 parts, I get what? 0.75. Yes, so 0.75 into 7 would be how much? 0.75 into 7 is how much? 5.25 liters of X, and the remaining 3.75 will be Y. Agreed? Everybody? Okay, beautiful. Now what are they saying? After removing this, and the barrel is filled with Y again. Okay, so what happens? Let's consider this as this. Let's say there's 7A parts of X, 5A parts of Y. 7A parts of X and 5A parts of Y. I'm removing this and then I'm filling it with 9 liters of Y again. So what happens? First I'm removing from 7A, I am removing 5.25. From 5A, I am removing 3.75, but I am replacing it with what? Y again. So how many did I remove? I removed 9 liters, so I'm going to add that 9 liters back into this. Yes. So what happens now? You have 7A minus 5.25. On the other hand, you have 5A plus 5.25. Agreed? Yes guys? है ना? 5.25 यहाँ पे कम, 5.25 यहाँ पे ज़्यादा. Okay. Now they are saying what? Now the ratio of X and Y becomes 7:9. So this is X, this is Y. The ratio between them is what? 7:9. How is it not? How is it cannot be determined? Yes. So 7A minus 5.25 by 5A plus 5.25 is basically 7:9. All we have to do is find the value of A. Are you getting this? All we have to do is find the value of A. That's it. So if you cross multiply, you'll have 63A minus 5.25 into 9. I'm going to keep it like this. This is equal to 35A plus 7 into 5.25. Yes. I shuffle them. What will I get? I'll get 63 minus 35, which is 28A, is basically equal to 12 times 5.25. Are you getting this, guys? So anybody who said you didn't understand, I hope you're getting this now. So 28A is basically equal to 63. That means there's some mistake with the calculation. एक बार check करो. Sorry, it's not 12, it is 16. गलती हो गई. गलती. So 16 into 5.25, which is 84. So what do you get? You get the value of A to be 3. If A is 3, can you find out how much X was there initially? How much X was there? 7 into A, that is 7 into 3, 21 liters. Got it? अब बोलो, is it cannot be determined? Insufficient data. Is it insufficient data, guys? This was the trap. Clear, everybody? No, what are they saying? And the barrel is filled with Y. Filled मतलब क्या? जितना निकाला उतना Y डाल दिया ना. Are you understanding? बैरल है पूरा, उसमें से 9 लीटर्स निकाला और फिर Y डाला, तो कितना डालेंगे? 9 लीटर्स ही डालेंगे ना. Filled with Y मतलब क्या? Brought back to the initial quantity. Yes, this basically means brought to the initial quantity. Got it, everyone? Now this is actually faster using, this is so much faster using reverse engineering. 25 नहीं आएगा, चेक करो, क्रैक इट, थोड़ा सा क्रैक करो उसको. 25 नहीं आएगा. This is so much better using reverse engineering. See how? If X is 21 liters, that means Y will be 15 liters. Correct? X अगर 21 liters है तो Y 15 liters होगा. Reverse engineering कर रहे हैं अपन. Alright. From this I remove 9 liters. That means I remove how much? 5.25 from here. And I basically add 5.25 here. Yes, this ratio 26.25 is to 20.25 is basically what? 7:9. Are you getting this? Everybody? This is not 26, sorry, this is 15.75. Now this is 7:9 ratio. That's all we have to check. This is nothing but 7:9. So ये reverse engineering में ज़्यादा easy है. It's easier doing using reverse engineering, but this is the standard way of doing this. Cool? All right, guys, beautiful. Okay, now before we move on, this UCL Unacademy Champions League will be happening this Sunday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So please ensure that you become a part of this. This is a chance for you to win exciting prizes and you'd be able to get in-depth knowledge of it. Yes? नहीं, इवांशी ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. This was just lucky. It's not always. इवांशी क्योंकि वो क्वांटिटी है, ml है, लीटर्स है, वो डेसिमल में भी हो सकता है ना. आपके 200 ml की बॉटल नहीं आती, 500 ml की बॉटल नहीं आती, दैट इज 0.5 लीटर्स ना. यस, चलो, नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट. दिस इज इवन मोर इंटरेस्टिंग बिकॉज दिस ब्रिंग्स बैक memories from our percentage times. Okay, let's talk about replacement. What happens in replacement is once what we saw earlier, right? 9 liters निकालने पे 9 liters वापस add किया है ना. The 9 liters that was added again, that is what we are going to talk about here. Imagine there is a 100 liter का container filled with water. 100 liter container filled with water. Yes. In this, what is the ratio of water to any other liquid? Anything else? What is the ratio of water to any other liquid? 1:0 basically, because this doesn't exist, right? So 1:Na or 1:0, whatever. Although this is not practically right. Matlab, this is not technically right. This is technically wrong because 1:0 basically means does not exist, right? This cannot be defined. Technically incorrect, but let's start with that. So water, we have one part. Now if I remove from this, if I remove 10 liters, right, from this 100 liter container, if I remove 10 liters, what will I have? I will have 90 liters container of a container filled with 90 liters water. Agreed? Now in this if I add 10 liters of sugar solution, if I add 10 liters of sugar in it, what will happen? What becomes the new ratio of water to sugar? Anyone? What is the new ratio of water to sugar now? 90 liters of water, 10 liters of sugar. So the new ratio becomes what? 9:1. Agreed? Everybody? So in this 100 liters, now in this 100 liters, what do I have? 90 liters water, 10 liters of sugar. Okay. This time when I remove 10 liters, what will happen? This will also have the same ratio, right? This will also have the same ratio 1:9 because this is base, this is part. है ना, ये base है, ये part है. Same 1:9 ratio or 9:1 ratio will be maintained. When I remove this from this 100 liters, when I remove 10 liters, what will I be left with? 90 liters. है ना, इस 90 liters में क्या हो रहा है? 9 liters of sugar, 81 liters of water. Correct? Even here the ratio of water to sugar is what? 9:1 or sugar to water is what? 1:9. ठीक है? This time when I add 10 liters of sugar in it, will the ratio of water to sugar or will the ratio of sugar to water still be 1:9? That's my question to you guys. इस 100 liters में sugar और water का ratio क्या होगा? Can anyone tell me that? Can anyone tell me that, guys? In this new container, what will be the ratio of sugar to water? Ajitesh says 19:81. Superb. Yeah, you can tell, right? Why not? 9 लीटर शुगर है, उसमें 10 लीटर्स आप शुगर ऐड कर रहे हो, तो कितना हो जाएगा? 19 लीटर शुगर, 81 लीटर्स वाटर. करेक्ट? Yes, it will change and it will change to what? 19:81. So what do you remember once I told you that the base to part ratio always remains the same unless and until there is some masti done, some maskari done with the contents of it. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? वो मस्करी हो रही है, right? We are removing some, we are adding some, we are removing some, we are adding some. That's why the ratio changes. Now look at what happens to the ratio. Let's consider this 10:0. Doesn't matter, right? So from 10, if I remove 10%, why 10%? Because out of 100 liters, when I remove 10 liters, I'm basically removing what? 10%, correct? So from 10, when I remove 10%, I have 9% left. Yes, or let's take 100 itself ना. Let's take 100 itself. Direct quantity ले लो. This is 90:10. Yes. From 100, when I remove 10%, I get 90 liters. From 90, when I further remove 10%, what will I be left with? From 90, when I further remove 10%, क्या बचेगा? 81. Correct? So अगर 100 liters, out of 100 liters, if 81 liters is water, then how much will be sugar? 19 liters. Yes. So what happens here? Between water and sugar, which is stagnant, which does not add, कौन सा continuously decrease हो रहा है? Water. Yes. So in replacement, always have an eye for the stagnant liquid. Stagnant means what? Something that only reduces, does not add back up. Yes, the stagnant liquid will always change its concentration by the same percentage by which it is reduced. अगर 10 लीटर से 100 लीटर से 10% अपन ने reduce किया, तो उसमें water हो गया 10% less. Further from 90 liters, if you remove from this 100 liters, if you remove 10 liters, मतलब 100 का 10 is 9 का 90 का 9. समझ में आ रहा है? 10% removal. So this 10% removal remains constant every time you do this process. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Are you understanding this, guys? Isn't this very much similar to depreciation? Do you remember depreciation? Anyone? किसी को याद है क्या depreciation? How many of you remember depreciation? क्या होता है? Constant decrease. That's depreciation. That's what is happening. Depreciation of concentration here. Yes, so here your multiplication factor becomes what? 100 में से 10% निकला मतलब 90%, that means 0.9. If you do not understand this, don't worry, let's do that with an example. ठीक है, अगर ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, don't worry, let's do that with an example. ये वाला try करो. Try this question. Correct, Nalin, correct. Exponential decrease, that's basically depreciation. Very good. ये वाला try करो. Quickly try this example. With this, your replacement will become so strong, you don't need any formula for this. You know, in my session there are no formulas. The word formula does not exist. कोई formula नहीं है यहाँ पे. Pure logic से आप ये आंसर कर पाओगे. Ajitesh, no Ajitesh. Think carefully. Think carefully, Ajitesh. Ajitesh says 70. Uma says 70. Ajitesh's new answer is 60. Now we have new answers. Vineet says 71.9. Somesh says 65.61. Samiksha says 71. 72.9. All right, let's look at this. Let's do this question. ठीक है, ये करके बताता हूँ, फिर नेक्स्ट वाला आप लोग करना. Look at this. From a container with 100 liter pure sesame oil. This entire 100 liters is what? Filled with pure sesame oil. From this, if I remove 10 liters, sesame oil कितना होता है? 90 liters. Palm oil कितना हो जाएगा? Because it is replaced with palm oil, so palm oil now will be 10 liters. Are you getting this? Yes. Now since palm oil कभी decrease हो रहा है, कभी increase हो रहा है, don't look at this. Look at only sesame oil. सिर्फ इसको देखो. Just look at this. So what is 10 liters compared to 100 liters? 10 liters for 100 liters is basically 10% reduction, correct? Yes guys, 10% reduction. So all we have to do now is keep reducing 10% in the sesame oil. This is process 1. We have to do this 3 more times. So in process 2 what will happen? 90 liters will become 90 में से 10% reduce किया, कितना बचेगा? 81 liters. Yes. From this 81, if you again further reduce 10%, what will happen? From 81 you have to remove what? 8.1. That will give you 72.9 liters. But this is what? Just the third process. They are saying ये एक बार है, 3 more times. That means total of 4 times we have to do. The 4th time this happens from 72.9. Yes, from 72.9, if I reduce 7.29%, what will happen? I will get 65.61 liters of sesame oil. What is the question asking? What is the amount of sesame oil left in the container? 65.61 liters. Is this clear to everyone? Yes. तो इसमें normal trap answers in a question like this that involves replacement, normal trap answers will make you want to go only for the number given and not the words used. एक बार already हो चुका है, 3 times more this is done. Are you getting the idea of this, guys? सबको समझ आ रहा क्या? ठीक है ना? So can we do this? So if, okay, now understand that out of 100 liters, if 65.61 liters is sesame oil, then how much would be palm oil in it? इसमें पाम ऑयल कितना रहेगा? सेसमी ऑयल अगर 65.61 है तो पाम ऑयल कितना रहेगा? 34.39 लीटर्स, करेक्ट? एग्रीड एवरीवन? पाम ऑयल कितना? 34.39, सेसमी ऑयल कितना? 65.61, क्लियर? होता है जितेश, डोंट वरी, डोंट बी सो हार्ड ऑन योरसेल्फ, ये होता है, कोई नहीं, ब्यूटिफुल गाइस। तो अब देखो, नाउ इफ वी वांट टू फाइंड आउट, इसमें वॉट एवर वी स्टार्टेड ऑफ विथ, सेसमी ऑयल को अपन बोलेंगे बेस, सेसमी ऑयल इज द बेस, पाम ऑयल इज द रिप्लेसमेंट, ठीक है? सेसमी ऑयल को अपन बेस बोलेंगे, पाम ऑयल को अपन रिप्लेसमेंट बोलेंगे, ठीक है? तो बेस का अगर आपको, इफ यू वांट टू कैलकुलेट, बेस इज कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, देन व्हाट वुड यू डू? बेसिकली फर्स्ट टाइम 100% में से 10% गया, मतलब 90% बचा, करेक्ट? दिस इज 0.9 बेस कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ द रिमेनिंग पार्ट, राइट? 0.9 फर्स्ट टाइम। ये कितनी बार हो रहा है? 4 बार हो रहा है, सो 0.9 पावर 4, दिस विल बिकम द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन। एंड इफ यू वांट द वैल्यू ऑफ इट, इसका अगर आपको वैल्यू चाहिए, वैल्यू और क्वांटिटी ऑफ बेस लिक्विड अगर चाहिए आपको, तो व्हाट विल यू डू? कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, दैट इज 0.9 पावर 4 into whatever was the base quantity, 100 liters. Got it everybody? So 0.9 power 4 is how much? How much is 0.9 power 4? 9 power 4 is, 9 square is 81, 9 cube is 729, and 9 power 4 is 6561. So 0.9 whole power 4 is basically what? 0.6561. That into 100 liters will basically give you 65.61 liters. अब ये क्लियर है आपको? रिप्लेसमेंट में अभी कोई भी इश्यू होगा क्या आपको? विल यू हैव एनी इश्यू? Will you have any issue with replacement? This 0.9 is nothing but multiplication factor. So multiplication factor raised to the power number of times this process is done is what will give you the concentration. Multiplication factor raised to the power n into the initial quantity will give you quantity of base. Multiplication factor into power n into initial quantity. I write it as base quantity. Done? Everybody, is this okay? If this is okay, then shall we go for another example? एक और example हो जाए guys, what do you say? Yes, no? Cool? चलो, लेट्स ट्राई दिस। फटाफट से ट्राई करो अभी। यूज द कैलकुलेटर इफ यू हैव टू। नहीं विनीत, रिप्लेसमेंट फिर आप कैसे ढूंढोगे? टोटल में से, जैसे हमने किया था, टोटल में से जो भी बेस था वो निकाल देना है, बस वो आपको रिप्लेसमेंट मिल जाएगा। रिप्लेसमेंट लिक्विड में प्रॉब्लम क्या है? डिक्रीज होता है फिर ऐड होता है, फिर डिक्रीज फिर ऐड। सो पहले 90% हो जाएगा, 10% डिक्रीज, फिर वॉट एवर यू आर एडिंग, 10 लीटर्स ऐड कर रहे हो तो वो 10 लीटर्स ऐड होगा, फिर 90% डिक्रीज, 10 लीटर्स ऐड, वैसे। So Yogita, Nalin both say A. How about others? Vineet says A. Superb guys, very good. Superb Ajitesh, very good Akshay, very good Sarveshwari. Superb Samiksha, very good Aditya. अब आ रहा मतलब सबको, अब सबको आ रहा है ना? Now it has become clear. So what is it? In a 200 gallon vessel filled with wine. So 200 gallons filled with wine. We remove 10 gallons and replace it. So 10 gallons is what percentage of 200? 5%. Correct? So every time wine में से 5% सिर्फ कम होते जाएगा. Tonic में we will not be looking at. Right? We will not be looking at the tonic part. We will only be looking at the wine part. Clear? So if 5% reduces every time, we basically are left with what? 95% remaining. Yes. That means your base concentration, base ka concentration is what? This time there is no need for you to get confused, because they're saying what? This process is done 3 times, not repeated 3 times, done 3 times. So 95% is basically 0.95. This is nothing but multiplication factor raised to power n. So this would be what? 0.95 raised to the power 3. Getting it? So every time 95% remains, you will be left with what? This is the concentration. Okay, they want what is the quantity. The base quantity can be found out by what? Concentration into initial, that is 0.95 cube into 200. Got it? Which is how much? 171.475 gallons. Approximately 171.5 gallons. Sorted है guys? अब से कोई भी confusion होगा क्या इसमें? Will this ever cause a confusion to you? इसमें कोई भी confusion नहीं होगा ना? क्या guys? No? Sorted है. तो देखो मैं फॉर्मूला के पीछे नहीं जा रहा हूं. आई एम गोइंग विथ लॉजिक, सो दैट even if you forget the formula, if there is any, if you forget the formula, लॉजिक आपको हमेशा हेल्प करेगा. ठीक है? चलो guys, amazing. So this was today's session. Tomorrow we will be starting with allegations. कल हम एलिगेशन से स्टार्ट करेंगे गाइस. टुमारो 16th Jan 2021 8 PM we will be starting with what? Alligation. Got it? Yes. कल एलिगेशन है, बहुत ही ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट. You can use alligation to make your life so much easy, right? ये बहुत सारे जगहों पे टेस्ट होता है. ये परसेंटेज पे, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस पे, मिक्सचर्स में, राइट, एवरेजेस में, टाइम एंड वर्क में, टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस में, सब जगह ये काम आएगा. प्लीज एंश्योर यू आर हियर टुमारो 8 PM on our channel. Okay, and these are all our toppers from the last year, last batch. You can also be a part of these toppers by enrolling into one of these batches. There are 3 batches that will soon be starting, 18th, 19th and 22nd से 22nd. Weekday batches हैं, weekday morning batches bhi hai, people who have issues attending in the evening, and there are working professional batches also. Yes, these are the educators who will be taking the session, so please guys ensure that you become a part of them. And if you want, you can also join my batch. 18 से हम SI/CI start करने वाले हैं वहाँ पे. We will be starting with SI and CI from 18 Jan. The link for this is in the description. This is also a plus batch. That basically means all you have to do is what? Take the subscription. That's it. You pick up any one of these 5 packages. कोई भी आप एक pick कर सकते हो. Best वाले 12 and the 24-month one. Use my referral code Surana Live to get yourself a 10% discount. While we are at it, also let's talk about the Iconic. Yes, your subscription has 2 parts, 2 versions, plus subscription and Iconic subscription. Iconic subscription will definitely have us, India's best educators, interactive live classes, structured courses, PDFs, live tests and quizzes, just like Plus. But what additional you will have is you will have personal coach to help you with everything personally. That is a personal mentor given, assigned only to you. There will be standalone OMETS, other management entrance test का preparation standalone batches होंगे उसके, मतलब SNAP के लिए अलग से batch, NMAT के लिए अलग से batch, and there will be personal coaches for that also. You will have experts guidelines every now and then. There will be sessions that will help you understand what the experts think about, you know, CAT or MBA preparation, and there'll be test analysis also there. Yes, so you can pick up the Iconic subscription as well. The Iconic subscription, the 12-month and the 24-month one, you can still use my code Surana Live here. This will slash the prices by 10%. Yes, and it will send across a little love towards my side. Alright guys, thank you very much for being a part of the session. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, keep yourself safe and happy. Good night and keep learning. Let's crack it.